dog, sometimes you gotta be willing to let go of the shit that you've been holding on to, baby. Man, or you ain't gonna be able to move forward, dog. You're gonna be stuck right there where you at, dog. Come in here and get this shit off my chest, baby. Amen. Ain't the kind of shit that everybody can buy. This the shit that make you wanna laugh and make you wanna cry.
This is for you. And you know who you are. There's 3 of you. Okay? But I'm not going to say your names. Alright? Unlike what you did to me. To 2 people who I classify as now family. Okay? And I'll say their names because they don't mind. Okay? Because I'm not a detriment to them. And they're not a detriment to me. And that's Peter and Mark. Alright? As you all know, Mark, he painted my bike. And Peter, he got to know me on a $1 million bogan ride. He took time out for me. Okay? But let's get on with the story about you 3. Alright? And this is all for my other subscribers about what I was talking about in my last video. Don't get used, right? And your achievements are yours. Okay? Okay? Hence the song. You got to get some shit off your chest. Right? My channel has been going for now over 10 years. Okay? 10 years. In that time, I could have pulled my finger out. Okay? I could have pulled my finger out of my ass. Okay? And we could have gone, I could have gone on with it. Alright? I could have gone monetary long before now. Alright? But it's been over 10 years. And that's not obviously my thing. Yeah? Come here, Cookie. You can film it too. Come here. Good girl. Up you get. You're up there. You turn around up there. Alright. Yeah? Good girl. Good girl. Alright? But my channel was started for fun. And it turned. Because when I started my channel, my very, very first video, if you all know a thing about going back in time, which going back in time is called history, or into the archives, right? My very first video was about my Desmo Sedici, on how I wanted to post my achievement that I own a Desmo Sedici, one of 1,500 bikes made in the world. Okay? I own a bike that, right, Tom Cruise owns, and Keanu Reeves owns, and Brad Pitt owns. Okay? But I didn't buy it. I bought this bike for the same reasons they did, because they appreciate motorcycles. Not to say they have that bike, right? It's because of what it is and what will never be again. Okay? Okay? But this is about 3 people, right? Because when people say things like this, let me have a drag, okay? Because this might drag on a bit, okay? But once this is done, there'll be no dragging on from these 3. I wouldn't be true to my channel or true to my subscribers if I didn't do this after speaking about it. And it's about standing up for yourself. All right? Okay? Before I get on to the 3, I'd just like to tell all my subscribers and that maybe understand, don't understand, partially understand. But it's also mainly aimed at these three people in particular. All right? I almost took my own life. All right? And it was calculated and it was planned, right? It wasn't an impulse, like, I'm going to do it now. It wasn't. But let me tell you this, it wasn't people like you 3, right, or just the runnings of the world in general that pushed me over the edge, okay? What did that was more personal, close, and to reiterate what someone else said, right, that's a family matter, okay? and I'm disclosing bits, very small bits, as I go on with this channel about what tipped me. As I said, I like to be very careful, right? Mary's having an itch.
Sorry.
Right? I like to be very careful in what I say, okay? But I just put this out to everyone out there, bar you three, yet you're excluded. If you were told by someone, a friend, okay, and you three will know who told me. But this isn't about you. I'm putting this to everybody out there, right? If you had a friend, a mate, someone as I classify Peter and Mark as family mates, staunch men that have worked hard, okay, in their life, done a lot too, right? They know what it means to be a good person. They know what it means to be a man, a staunch man, and they know what it means to respect women and respect their elders and respect other people, and they don't gossip, right? Okay? And anyway, I'll put it to everybody out there. What would you do if a mate came up to you and said, listen, I've had a couple of people come up to me and this is what they said, right? Oh, be careful hanging around with that Justin, right? Because he'll get you arrested, right? I'll tell you how that comes across to me if someone says that. And this is why the person in question told me, right? Because he understood what it means. If you have someone come to you saying to them, right, come to them talking about me, we'll use me because it was me, saying to them, not to me, to them, right, be careful about Justin because he'll get you not into trouble, arrested. And I'm over here. This person tells me because he knows what that means, what they've really actually said. I'll tell you what they've actually said. They've either called me a dog, where I dog on people, or I'm a rat. Now I've said in my past videos that I have been arrested, okay, and charged. I have been to court and I have no convictions. I have done no time in jail and I've never given anyone up, no matter what I've done. But let me make this quite clear. I never sold fucking drugs. I took drugs, right, self-medicated. I wasn't a fucking junkie, right, running around on the fucking streets raising havoc. Do you understand? Right? That's to all the subscribers out there on what was said about me to someone else who we became friends through my channel, right? Now to you three, so my other subscribers can listen to what I'm going to say about you. And mind you, you used my name in that part, yeah? You've used my name to that person. I'm not letting anyone know who your names are, okay? But you know who you are. And it's this. I came out on my channel with $1 Million Bogan and I went from there. Yes, and I thank Danny Hayes, $1 Million Bogan, for allowing me to use his platform to increase get my channel out there and heard and stuff. Thank you, Danny. Thank you very much. And yes, Danny Hayes, I classify as a mate. All right? All right? Do you understand that right now? A mate. Okay? Now, Danny's video that he put up yesterday, he did reiterate that he stopped making vlogs due to a number of reasons, but one thing he did say was because of some of the people out there, some of the negative comments, the negative bullshit and stuff like that. Okay, and that's what I'm here to say. And I wouldn't be true to my channel nor to my subscribers who've confided in me and told me their stories and stuff that I haven't talked about in depth. Right, I have spoken about Jamie, you know that. I've spoken about Tom, right, and I've spoken about Andrew, right, but I haven't put them on camera, and I haven't used them as a tool to further my channel in any way, right. I've used it in regards to information to what they're going through, and how it is, right, things like that, right. I've not exploited them in any way, right. I would never do that, all right. Okay, there's other comments there that people have been commenting on my channel for a couple of years, and it's taken over a couple of years for them to now to really start to confide in me in the comments that they put, I might add, unlike you three, they put in the comment section for all to see, unlike you three. And what I say to you three is, right, how dare you, you disgusting, despicable people, to pounce on a person that you think is weak in regards, right, to punishment of your words like that, especially knowing that I did attempt to take my life. Okay? I'm at a difficult stage in my life, right? And also the reason why you're disgusting, you were disgusting, that anyone who has considered suicide, gone through with it and failed, right? The pain, the absolute pain and the fight. You never forget that first time. But the pain always stays, even if you've survived suicide like I did, right? And the fight never stops. That's why you three are disgusting. To think that I am that weak and that my suicide attempt was due to public. How stupid of you and gullible of you to think that. All you have done now has fueled the fire in me to fight. You, it hasn't affected my ability to go out to the garage and take my life. It hasn't done that. Because that wasn't the thing in the first place on why I wanted to take my life. You fools! To think that I'm that weak. And to use people who have given their time to me. And I've appreciated greatly. And I hold dear to my heart. Right, forever. To try and divide us. By your petty, childish, just disgusting words. That I would bring someone into disrepute. Or even in trouble. Or change their life in some way. Where it's trouble for them. This channel is about helping people to rise up in themselves, not of others, over others, in themselves. So all you have done is walked into a trap. You fools, you three fools, to think that that is why I was going to take my life over what public or gossip that I've had all my life as a child, growing up. All of that made me what I am, strong. All you've done is just brought that back, and I think. Sorry about that, my phone messed up. I'm right in the middle of it. So, as I've left off, is all you've done is you've just fueled that beast that I've had that's not a burden to me. Okay? I think I've made it pretty clear that what you've done is disgusting and hurtful and very malicious, right, in your actions. I bring this up because one of the three sent me a message on Facebook. Again, I'm not mentioning names, right? And it was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek message. I since did call this person, right? I've asked them to call me because I don't know what they're talking about, right? Mind you, this person was going through some hard times, and I did offer this person to drive them to their doctor's appointment, or if they needed a hand in any way, right? This is where I say to all my subscribers, this is where people will come into your life and you need to go through them and you need to be careful. It's amazing when people think you're weak on the basis of their thought on why you're weak. They've come at me in a manner where I'm not weak. That side of things did not make me want to take my life. So what they're doing is what I've had to put up with all my life, and that's not the pressure to me. Right? So that hand to that person, if you need to talk, I'm willing to talk. Obviously you need help because you're grasping at straws. Obviously you mightn't have the right people in your life to talk to and maybe have you understand how to talk to people who are suffering. Maybe you are suffering yourself, and that. I know I have talked with this person. We've shared messages and stuff like that, right? But then for these people who've told this one person, these two people who misunderstood, I wouldn't even say misunderstood, who eavesdropped into a personal conversation when I was talking to Peter, right, to go back and gossip about that, which it's whatever I talked about, and I know what I talked about, it's nothing anywhere close to what has been put forward or whatever people are suggesting in any way, right? So I just tell this to all my subscribers, the ones out there that are struggling in some way and stuff like that. As I said before, you know what you're good at, you know who you are, right? You know what brought you down, and you'll know other things that don't bring you down, right? And this is one thing on my side that I've had to put up with all my life, people gossiping and putting me down. As you may appreciate, I was in security, I was in roles where I was having to ask people or tell people or make people do certain things they might want to do because of their behaviour or their actions or the way they were speaking in public or something like that, or just in general when I was looking after people, bodyguard work, right? So security guard, bodyguard, or anyone in any sort of authoritative role, or you know, a team effort, you know, stuff like that, is open to ridicule, right? I was well aware when I started this channel that this might happen, right? But I give it to all my subscribers. These particular three people did not have the balls, right, or anything like that, to put it in an open comment on one of my YouTube videos, right? They've decided to talk it amongst themselves, and then thought that they, you know, would get away with something or hurt me in some way, which they have, and not just me. You've also hurt the people you said it to by saying that I could get them into trouble with the law. And the way I've taken that, as you probably haven't understood because you don't know what it's like on that side of the world, okay, in the darkness, okay, where staunch men walk and fair men, all right? And that is when you bring in the law about to other people, you are literally calling that person you're talking about to this person a dog or a rat. And that really pisses me off. And that you have any idea about that world. And even if you do, you obviously aren't deep enough entrenched in it to understand where it all started in history. All right? So to my subscribers, when people attack you like that, this is how you do it. As I'm doing it. I'm being true to my channel. I'm letting you know what upset me and how I'm dealing with it. You call it out. Straight to it. And I had this conversation to these three. I'm talking to you now, these three. I had this conversation on the way back, right, from the Mark and Peter's houseboat today. And I stopped on the side of the road and said, Peter, I'm going to make this video and just call it out for what it is. It's disgusting behaviour. You are vindictive, narcissistic, arrogant and ignorant people to think that I was weak in that side of things, that you'd crumble me in some way. You're idiots. So, you know, to leave it at that, to all my subscribers, that's how you deal with it. All right? I know what I've done. You all know what I've done. You all know I get back to your comments, whether it's with thumbs up or a love heart, right? Okay? And I go out with this song, as I started, right? This is the type of music I'm talking about you need to listen to sometimes.
Make you wanna love, make you wanna thug. Slap a hater in the mind.
Slap a hater in the mouth.
I can all of the above, believe the best that I can find is women being shit for others instead of being pissed off all the time. Cause I never took the time to take a good look around. Be thankful for what I had. Other shit on my mind, making sure these little babies take a better broken eye. Still looking for my daddy, he getting harder to find. This world will freeze your heart if you don't thaw that bitch out. Sub-zero with the flow, have all the raw shit. A homie told me I ain't doing shit without the cloud. Just a pipe up from the side, trying to claw his way out. Man, you got to get up, get out, and get something, figure this shit out, man. Raw Max, the album, baby. Spent most of my life making this, baby. This for this right here. Big shout out to my family,
Don't get a
man. Big shout out to Adam Calhoun for believing.